icon there for you. And you can always leave us messages on the After Hours line as well. Cavs lose a big one last night.
Oh, that was annoying.
22, 21 points.
Yeah.
119-98 here at home against the Charlotte Hornets. They will be on the road to play in Philly tomorrow night, 76ers. Who did the Sixers just lose? Ben Simmons, or they just get Ben Simmons?
They just lost Ben Simmons and got James Harden.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is he playing for them or just still watching from the sidelines?
No, he's playing.
Oh, okay.
He's playing.
So Cavaliers lose one last night, and hold on, let me check. Yes, it says final. I want to make sure the game wasn't still going on. 119-98, the final. Tomorrow night, though, 7 o'clock here on WMMS and on the iHeartRadio app. Cavs hoping to, what are they hoping to do? They're hoping to, well, they're top 5. I mean, they're in much, much better spot than they have been in.
They've had a rough go of it as of late,
They've had a rough go of it. Yes.
That happens.
Yep.
But they can turn it around. And a great team to turn it around against would be the 76ers because they're one of the best teams in the league. So if we get a win on the road against them, I think everybody's going to be feeling pretty good.
Sure. Why not? Listen, if you're going to keep losing against the Pistons, why not beat the 76ers? Yeah. Flip it around.
My boyfriend's been wanting to go to a game all season because, they've been really good, and he's a basketball fan. His friend got tickets like Loge Box. What is the one where you have a private area?
A suite?
Suite. That's what it was. He had a suite last night, and he's so excited. I've been wanting to go to a game all year, and that's the one where they get blown out. One of the worst ones, yeah. Like 23 points.
It's still a fun experience.
I was like, the food was free, though? Like, that's
still
exciting.
Fun. Yeah. That could happen on any night.
Right.
There's no guaranteed wins.
He just felt bad. And he's like,
sure.
Been looking forward to it. He doesn't get a lot of time to do stuff like that. And then the one you go to, it's like, well, I guess we're just going to hang out, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Head coach QT Jerkin Smirk says that he is hoping for the Cavs to finish the second half of the season strong, and he has every confidence that they will do so. Hey, Mark.
Hello, Alan. Love the show.
Thank you, Mark. What's going on?
Oh, I just wanted to make sure I congratulated Mary. Mary, I want you to give yourself credit because I know I've been through it myself, and you're doing a great job. And just make sure you keep up the good work and give yourself credit and be grateful for all the people on your side because we're all rooting for you.
How long have you been sober, Mark?
Well, I've been sober for 5.5 years. So one thing I will admit is that I do hit the vape once in a while. But it's like, to me, I keep close attention to myself, and I feel like that's okay. I know a lot of people wouldn't, like my mom, my brother wouldn't, so I don't tell them about it. But it's,
well, guess who's on the other line?
Mark's mom.
Well, thank you.
What do you mean you've been on the vape pen, Mark?
Yeah, that wouldn't work. But hey, Alan, did you ever get to watch that Eric Clapton 12 Bars documentary I told you about? I was on Prime.
I don't know that I've gotten around to that. There are so many things that I have in various queues that I haven't gotten around to.
I can imagine. Yeah,
but no, I have not. I don't think I've seen it. It's a few years old, so maybe I have and had forgotten it. I don't recall, but I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think I've seen it.
Well, if you ever get a chance, anybody, it's really good. It covers his whole life and
sure. Well, he, regardless of what people think of him politically, because he's turned it into a crusty old git. He's a phenomenal musician, obviously. He's the only three-time inductee to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, he's had quite a life. I can't believe he's still alive. But like I was saying, Mary, just give yourself credit because you're doing great.
Thank you.
And I love all you guys.
All right, thanks, Mark. Hey, take care. And don't let your
proud.
mom find out what you're doing out there. Hitting the pen.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So Amazon is closing down all of their brick and mortar stores. Now, listen, this was...
I didn't know they had
going
any.
to them all the time.
Well, there's one in Wrigleyville in Chicago. I know this because we were visiting a friend a couple of years ago, and it's just up the street from where he lives. It's right under the L station. And it's this old bar, this great old bar, I've been there forever, called the Mystic Celt. And a venture capital firm or something bought the whole block. So they knocked out the Mystic Celt, and it's, whatever. And they put an Amazon store there. Amazon was putting up brick and mortar stores. It was basically just a way for them to sell a bunch of their other crap. It's
the grab and goes. I saw one of those in Seattle where it was like almost like a convenience store, but it was Amazon.
It's a cashless grocery store.
Yeah.
These were bookstores. Ironically,
Oh.
I assume that Amazon just missed the excitement of forcing bookstores out of business again, so they closed their own. But it was, imagine there were 68 of these around the country, and it would be wild to work at one of them and then lose your job because they go, well, this was our retail experiment, and it was silly and didn't work out the way that we thought it would. Nobody could figure out why they did it in the first place. But if you lose your job from a failed retail experiment, that would be no fun. But they have 68 of them, and they are closing all of them right now and letting all those people go. I'm sure they'll offer them fun jobs in fulfillment centers or something. But yeah, they had a handful. I think they're closing. I don't know if they're closing those convenience store ones either, because I think they have big plans for cashierless. They're big part of Whole Foods too. I don't know if they own Whole Foods now. I think they might.
They do.
But they are closing all the brick and mortar stores. I don't think that there is one in Northeast Ohio.
No, I don't think so.
Only one I had ever seen was one in Chicago. But they'll keep their. Obviously, they're going to keep Whole Foods, and they're going to keep, I think, this kind of store you're talking about, where you go in and grab a salad and flash your badge or whatever.
You don't even do that. I can't even remember how it worked. Like, you literally walked in. I think you scanned, like, your Amazon app on the way in, and then you take whatever you want, and then you just walk out. Because it feels like stealing. You're standing there. And I was in Seattle a couple years ago, and I was like, "What do you mean?" And my buddy's like, "Just leave." I was like, "How are they going to account for it?" And he goes, "I honestly don't know how it works, but it'll get charged to your Amazon thing." Sure enough, we get back to his apartment. My pop, my sandwich, and my bag of chips all got charged right there.
Well, it just scans your phone, right?
If you scan your phone on the way in, but that's the only way. So I don't know how it tracks.
On the stuff. On the product?
You don't know.
Where's that voice from beyond coming from?
Oh, wait, let me turn me up again.
You don't scan any of the products or anything like that on the way out. You literally walk in, scan your thing, and then I don't know how it can tell who buys what.
Because it probably still has your phone scanned and can attach the purchase to...
How?
Because there's probably something inherent in your phone that is specific to that. It's probably coded a certain way, or it probably...
I think
You're
it's
not
just the
understanding what I'm
camera
saying.
as you're leaving. It knows what you grabbed.
But
how would it connect to my account?
Don't you have an Amazon app on your phone?
Yes.
Then
Yeah,
it probably
that's
has some
how.
kind of...
How? If I don't scan the bag of chips, if I walk and I scan my phone on
Yeah.
the way in, put my phone in my back pocket, phone never leaves my pocket again. I grab a bag of chips, walk out, and
This
then
is
I'm
what
charged for the
freaks
bag of
people
chips.
out.
It's insane. I can't. I have no idea how it works, and it shouldn't work. That's what's so weird about it.
Well, maybe somebody will tell us. They're also keeping their clothing stores open. Again, nobody can figure out why Amazon is open in all these brick and mortar stores. They're closing the bookstores, though. Amazon, of course, a company that put bookstores out of business and then thought, it'd be an awesome troll. Let's open brick and mortar stores and just have people walk in. We'll get them coming and going. But it would be wild if you were working, because I didn't go into the store just kind of on principle when we passed it. But I saw a lot of people working in there. And I was like, God, imagine you were working there. Like, that's your job. Probably one of your jobs. And you lose that gig because the company goes, man, this is a retail experiment and didn't do what we wanted to do. So, anywho, thanks, guys. Best of luck. Yeah, I don't know how that whole thing works.
Because I could make sense of it if I used my phone to scan what I was getting or entered it or something, but it doesn't. You just walk out.
Again, people are saying cameras in the ceiling. Every store has cameras in the ceiling.
Yeah, and it
you
sees
still
what
have to
you're grabbing.
scan your...
But how does it know that I am attached to this account?
Because it's probably tracking you the entire time you're in the store.
So if there's 25 people in the store, it's able to track all 25 people at the same time and everything they grab.
Computers are amazing.
I don't believe that.
Maybe it's facial recognition technology.
How? I'd never been in there. How would it have a face to recognize?
No. As you walk
As you
in,
walk
it
in,
scans
it's-
your
yeah.
face. I don't know how. To your point, how does it connect to your account?
Right. That's my whole thing. Is how did it know that that's the bag of chips that I grabbed? Because I didn't scan it. I didn't do anything. I just walked out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm stupid in the ways of those kinds of things, so I don't know.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, maybe it left cookies on your phone because you bought food and snacks. Oh God. Hey, Alan Cox Show After Hours line for people who want to leave us a message there. You're certainly welcome to do it. It's 216-986-8903.
Hey, gang, this is Dan. I need to come to Mary's defense about a couple of things. First, I feel like, Alan, you kind of paint Berea as some hick town with a bunch of trashy people. Berea is a beautiful suburb with a unique history. Second,
wait, what's the unique history? First of all, I've never said that. I've been to Berea twice in my whole life. The way Mary describes it,
No.
her childhood growing up, it's all
Okay, but
banjo music, and
That's
you know.
not everybody from Berea. We had a messed up. We
Yeah,
were
but don't put that on.
hillbillies.
This guy's putting that on me. First of all, you're gonna leave me hanging with rich history? What's going on there?
There was a quarry that had a lot of
football team practiced
not the football. Well, yes, there was a quarry, and we made.
a quarry.
We had
Yeah.
grindstone
Yeah.
and sandstone,
Yeah.
and I think that's it.
Oh, all right.
suburb with a unique history. Second, I happen to work in the Cargill salt mines underneath Lake Erie. So when she talks about cave monsters, she's not too far off. There's a species of spider that thrives in the moist environment down there with the salt. Also, I'm just kidding. That is ridiculous.
Oh.
Love you guys.
He had me going too. Yeah. Well, but even that, I was like, we're talking about hominids. We're not
Yeah.
talking about life forms.
Spiders,
Yeah, there are
yeah.
things that have learned to live at the very bottom of the ocean. We're talking about cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. If there was an acronym for that. But yeah, he had me going.
Me too.
We're down there in the salt mines, and you forget there's people in those salt mines.
That's terrifying.
It's crazy. You forget about it. It's like right there.
And again, this is going to sound so stupid, but when you think about it, it's like this just comes from the earth. You
That's-
just
you're
go
right.
You are
that's
right.
It, that's
Go
it.
on.
When you think about that, where you're like, the earth just gives you everything you need.
Well, not everything.
A
And
lot
we-
of it, we're stomping all over.
That's
it, but
why we've taken such great care of the earth.
That's what I mean.
That's why we've taken such great care
Harvest it and mine it.
There you go.
Use it for ourselves.
We've hollowed it all out. Mm-hmm. But boy, I was along with him there. He really took us, albeit a very brief seconds-long ride.
I was, I was like, I
boy.
told you.
I know. I was getting ready to Google some arachnid that thrives on salt.
Moist salt environment.
A moist salt environment. Do they give, this is going to sound stupid too, and my apologies to people who work there. Do they give tours of the Cargill salt mines? Like
no
in any
idea.
educational
Not that I know of.
capacity? You never went as like a
No.
kid in junior high or anything like that?
I think they can collapse, and they're not going to have a tour bus full of kids in there in case.
Understood. That's why I ask. I just, I would imagine that maybe, but not like way deep down in them, maybe like a cursory glance at how things work, like if they have a tour group of kids, or I don't know.
You'd have to.
You give them hard hats and Cargill T-shirts, and they're happy.
Yeah, but you'd just be, if you just got a cursory glance, you'd just be looking at a hole. Like, you'd just be like, oh, that's dirt.
Kids, down there, there's more salt.
Right.
You know the stuff that you put on your food? Maybe it tracks what products leave the building in close proximity to the scanned phone.
I sent you a video
Oh, yeah?
of a guy that goes there and kind of figures it out.
Explains
It's
it?
around the 1:30 mark. He points up to the ceiling and you see the cameras.
Lasers and cameras.
That doesn't make sense.
They use RFID to detect products.
So they every product has a little tag on it
I get that, but how do they connect that product to my account?
because they know that tag is near your account.
What if they track
phone.
the microchip in your vaccine?
This was in 2019 when I was there.
Pre-vaccinated microchip before you even knew.
Was that what the mumps thing was? That I had
mumps.
to get?
Remember when I had the
First grade?
mumps? The monster in the salt mines, Alan, was man all along. Wow, turn that one back on us. Thank you, Rod Serling. No tours of the salt mines. All right. Berea's sandstone went all over the world. However, Berea's water is nasty AF. Are you drinking Berean water now that you're living, or are you drinking it in wasteful, single-use plastic bottles?
I am being...
She's carting it home from here.
Yeah, actually, no.
She's rolling giant jugs into her car. Why is my bumper scraping?
You know what I thought about today? I've always used a Brita pitcher for everything. I left it at my old apartment, and I've been filling up my Keurig with tap water.
Filling up your Keurig with tap water. But you use a Brita pitcher, you said.
I didn't have it.
You didn't have one. See, we bought one of those big Berkey water filters. Have you seen those, the big metal tanks? We have those. You just put tap water in it. It has these two huge, heavy-duty filters, and it goes from the top tank into the bottom, and then it has a tap.
Wow.
Yeah, we use one of those. That's great.
Cool.
It kind of makes your water taste kind of like nothing. You know how some filtered water has a really metallic taste?
Yeah.
Even though it's leaching all that out?
Yeah.
This kind of tastes like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have bottled water. My boyfriend takes him to work in his lunch every day because, like, in the summertime in a garbage truck, he'll go through water like crazy.
I just go through so much bottled water that I'm like, I got to stop doing this.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing plastic bottles in the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just too much.
Yeah, but
It
if you're a
is.
garbage man, you're keeping yourself in business.
Yeah.
He does do the recycling, so he just tosses
Well, no,
it
I
in
do
the back.
too. I'm just saying that even that.
No,
I
his
mean,
job is to pick up recycling.
Oh, he does.
Yes.
does it at home? Does it? I like to keep work at work. All right.
That's why we throw away plastic in our
I throw
house.
everything away. I got a burn pit in the backyard. All right. That's why the neighbors hate my guts. Hey, Jessica.
Hello.
Hi. What's up?
Hate the show.
Hey, thanks.
But no, I'm calling because I actually sell RFID technology.
Oh, good for you.
That is exactly what they use. Her phone would have sent out a signal when she walked into the store, and then every product would have a tag on it that it would read when she walked back out, and it would tie it to her phone.
But how does it tie it to my phone if I don't pull my phone back out? It just because it's in my pocket?
Through your pants.
Do you think your phone's not working when you're...
If the app is not open and I'm not scanning anything, I didn't know it would. I didn't know.
Oh, I didn't get your call. My phone was in my purse.
No. All right. Whatever.
Probably as soon as you acknowledge on that app that you're walking in the store, your data from your phone would be sending out a signal, and it would read it as soon as you walk.
Yeah, it's just radio
it's like
waves,
a-
right, Jessica?
As
It's
long
like-
as your data is on your phone is sending signals out.
So it's like a proximity thing. Like my phone notices the chip in my chips, and it's like we're gonna charge her for that because it's within a foot or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to leave the store with you.
That's what I mean. But
Yeah.
because it's close to me, to my phone.
Yep, your phone would be sending a signal, and all the tags on the products would send a signal. So when your phone and the products walked back out, it would tie them together.
That's crazy.
So is that a good, how long you been?
We're always listening. No.
Yeah!
Well, we knew that.
Uh-huh. Is that a good gig?
Yes, right now it is because all these stores want it, and Walmart just told everybody they have to have it if they want to sell any products out of their stores. So it's a good time to be in the business.
Right. It's a
Yeah.
good time to be an RFID queen like Jessica is out there. And
And
okay.
It's also fun to get on Facebook and tell everybody that, Walmart isn't tracking you through your bras or anything.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate the insight there. Thank you. So even though we traffic in radio waves at work, they're inescapable, Mary Santora. You go into the
Right.
store, there they are.
Yeah.
Right? They're
I'm not
tracking
so,
your chips.
I'm not so ignorant that I didn't think my phone was sending signals. I didn't understand how it worked to know exactly what product I was grabbing.
I understand.
That's what it was.
And now we know.
Now we know.
Okay, let me take a break. You want to text for something? 35192 to get us there. AlanCoxShow.com if you want to watch. And where